So I'd like to know,
Yes.
did you sleep the night before, like before the nominations, or did you wake up early? Like who like?
Yeah, the truth, I was blissfully, stupidly unaware of the whole thing. This was a surprise and certainly an honor. Wasn't expected. Very much welcome to get to work on something like this and have as much fun going to work as we did, and being as proud as we are of the film that came out, and then to have people say that they liked it enough to put up for an award. It's beyond necessity. We don't need it. We should just probably give it all back.
At what point does the pressure come off? Because comic book fans are hardcore. At what point for you was it like when like the box office started coming in, or when like you saw the final cut?
That we felt that
For you.
I'm a comic book fan. I grew up in it. I know those angry people who show affection by punching. And the truth is, I knew that this was going to be a film that I would like as a fan from the minute I sat down with Jim Mangold the first time and heard what movie he wanted to make. When he was able to articulate to me the size of the film, the lack of size, the modest scope of the film, that it was going to be an emotional story, that it was going to be something that the comparable films we were talking about were Little Miss Sunshine, were Paper Moon, these character pieces that we adore, but you don't really think of when you think of Claws and superheroes and Xavier Mansions. So as soon as I heard that, I thought, I am now lucky enough to be working on a film that I want to see opening night. And I'm also a huge fan of his movies. So, knowing that he was going to be going and making it meant that it was always going to hit a level that I think fans would appreciate.
Okay, so were there any learning lessons from doing, I know there's like writers on a bunch of different projects, but like any learning lessons from writing Green Lantern, which didn't pop like it should have, to having the pressure of successfully being the only, like you and Jim Mangold are the two guys that successfully killed the Wolverine?
Green Lantern was the first film I ever got to work on, write my name on it, so even though it didn't turn out the way I'd hoped, I still can't believe I got to work on that, so I don't want to poo-poo anything about it.
I was wondering if there's like a learning lesson.
The learning lesson is my new favorite expression. I'm going to use that every day. The lesson, I think, is you have to write a story that's an exemplar of a character that the director can see and feel. And I had the good fortune on this, that not only was I going to be working with people who had made an excellent Wolverine film before and had played the character, but like these were people who had been inside it and they knew what worked and what didn't, and they knew that they didn't need to come back to make this movie unless it was a movie at a level that made them want to do it. None of them needed this job, and more importantly, it was working with a director who had this in his teeth, that had a tone for it, a feel for it, and a goal for it that was worth doing. You need that marriage of story, opportunity, and the person who is making the film behind it to all be allied. Those planets have to be right in order for gravity to pull.